Happy Monday, everybody. We're going to be watching this nighttime riding incident. He's going to almost hit this vehicle, but he utilized an escape path, which is amazing. So he was able to save himself. So let's go ahead and watch this video again and then figure out what happened and how we can use this information for ourselves. All right, so first and foremost, we have this screenshot right here. So we have a very good following distance. It's very good. We can see way ahead. We have nobody in front of us. My only concern is that somebody might come into our lane, but if that happens, guess what? I just roll off the throttle and now I create a better space cushion. So this is why it's super important to have this information. So we have nighttime, so we have glare from headlights across the way. We have brake lights applying right here. So that should give you a clue. Hey, brake lights in my lane. Oh shoot, I might want to switch lanes, or I need to slow down and be aware of somebody behind me. So hopefully they can slow down. Because remember, this is nighttime. This is where people have very low visibility and they're extremely distracted by all these different lights shining everywhere. So I never trust people behind me, especially at night. And what I would do is definitely stay in my lane, but then kind of position myself in a way to where I'm not going to get hit from somebody behind. Now I have this really awesome, and I'm super happy for you, man. He messaged me on Instagram. He said that he just positioned himself over to the left side, and a car did hit him, but he didn't get sandwiched. So this was a very real life anecdotal incident right here. I'm super happy he's been safe, but this is a lot of that same situation when it comes to parking behind other vehicles. Firefighters and police officers die all the time on the road because they're in between vehicles, get sandwiched and pinned, and die. So I'm super happy that you took some of the information I did and just kind of a little thing, move over. So anyways, sorry, let's get back in here. I keep getting in the soapboxes. So we're going to get up to this point, and at no point did the motorcycle rider slow down. You notice how at no point did you see anything kind of slow down and maintain a space cushion? No. So my thought process on this one is that he's quite possibly not paying attention and maybe distracted, maybe listening to music, paying attention to the music, not to the road, and that's going to get you in a lot of trouble. So let's go ahead and go back just a little bit and kind of figure out why. So right here we have brake lights right in front of him, and that vehicle right in front of him, and then we also have brake lights way ahead of him. That's going to be the thing that's going to really cause the problems, because the person right in front of him, brake lights, not a big deal, but they're probably they're going to release the brakes about right here. So he's thinking, oh, they're moving. In reality, the brake lights ahead of him is really showing the real thing here. So we really need to focus on that and then start setting ourselves up. So in this position, I would put myself in lane position 1. That way I can have a good view around and then also have an escape path. But right here, he's in lane position 3. He does have good view, but all he really has is the escape path to the right. I'd prefer to have an escape path with moving traffic and not somebody that could possibly close the gap between me and the curb. So what I would do here is definitely move over to lane position 1, but he's not paying attention. But what he utilized is he's starting to do 2 steps. He's starting to brake and then swerve. It's not brake and swerve. Brake then swerve. So he's starting to apply the brakes right here. You see that little jump right there? That is locking up that rear tire, and then he's releasing the brakes to now gain traction. So that's what happened. He's starting to slide, release that rear brake, because if you lock up that rear tire, you want to release that brake so it catches again, especially if it's in line. So what he did is release the rear brake, grab traction again, and then he's starting to find his path. So he found his escape path right here, and he's going to utilize it. And he gets right into there, and then once he gets into his escape path, because he knows he doesn't have the total stopping distance required for him to stop behind this taxi, so he used the escape path and then now starts to apply the brakes even more. So he was braking, stopped braking, swerved, and then started to brake again, so that way he can get back in line. This is something that can happen to new riders, that you're gonna come up to a position and you're like, oh crap, I gotta apply the brakes. And a lot of times you're gonna panic and slam that front brake, dump the bike, and then run into the back of that vehicle. What you can do is to apply the brakes just a little bit to slow down. Don't lock up the brakes, but if you do what he did, release the brakes, slow down, swerve, get into this little space cushion, this tiny little escape route, and then apply more brakes and then get back in line. So do not slam those front brakes just to stop, because you're not going to. Slow down, swerve, slow down again, or swerve, slow down, or slow down, swerve, and then find you just keep going. You know, like, let's say you swerved into the next lane over here, then just keep going. But in this situation, slow down, swerve, and then slow down again, get back in line, maintain your path of travel, chalk it up to experience. You learned something new today, And let's go ahead and learn something from this. What is up, everybody? Dan the Fireman here. We're gonna be going over this crash. It's gonna be a crash in the curve. It's gonna be the rider up front on a brand new Harley. Supposedly, with the information from the original video, is that he just bought this bike 2 weeks ago. He just got insurance the day before this happened. So this is a brand new bike, and this is gonna be something to where maybe he took it out and